CHCH Evening News with Taz Boga starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. A rare sight for people living in Port Colborne today. A Titanic-era ship that's more than 100 years old is on its way to Kingston and making stops in Port Colborne, St. Catharines and Hamilton. As Sean Cowan tells us, there's a lot of excitement surrounding the SS Keewatin.
This ship is 2 years older than the Titanic, and it's still getting a lot of attention.
The Titanic era, basically, is the first thing I think of.
I'd love to see inside.
My grandparents came over on a boat exactly like that.
Built back in 1907 in Scotland, the SS Keewatin is the last Edwardian-era or Titanic-era steamliner. Around 3,800 similar ships were built in the early 1900s, but this is the only one that has survived all these years. The ship originally carried tourists, settlers, and cargo throughout the Great Lakes from the early 20th century until the 1960s.
It changed how people cruised and boated on the Great Lakes. I mean, this was, certainly, new technology of the day, and gone from wooden sail ships to something, big and steel and lots of beautiful woodwork inside.
But now it's en route to the Marine Museum of the Great Lakes in Kingston. It was a donation from the ship's current owners, Skyline Investments. The ship is getting a little help as it makes its way through the canal.
She is what we call a dead ship, which means there's going to be two tugs pulling her and pushing her down to the system.
So I did ask if I would be able to get on the ship and have a tour today, but I was told because of the age of the ship, it's just not safe. And if I did manage to get on, I wouldn't be able to get off. Before docking in Kingston, the ship will undergo major renovations. Hamilton's Heddle shipyards will be completing a significant portion of this work.
I think I'll check it out when I go to Kingston.
In Port Colborne, Sean Cowan, CHCH News.
Shelley Marriage joins us now with a look at what's expected to happen outside tonight. Hi, Shelley.
Hi. Well, rain, and more rain, Taz.
Should have figured.
Yes, it's going to be a wet one. Looking at our radar loop, rain already in areas. Had a little bit of a lull.